60 Bravo Bravo, good afternoon to you. Report your altitude?
2,000 feet on 1014, Bravo Bravo.
Bravo Bravo, descending for 60, so climb not above, initially not above 4,000 feet on the QNH 1014.
4,000 feet, Bravo Bravo.
Correct. What's your requested routing?
All right, everybody. Good morning. Morning. I'm here at Bristol, and I'm just going to quickly take off. I'm in the default Cessna at Bristol Airport, and this is Bristol by pilots. So let me just turn around here onto the runway, and then we'll go external. Somebody yesterday asked me if I could show what Bristol looked like in Orbx, and I said, yeah, of course I can, and it was late last night, and I did I took off and I had a look around, and unfortunately didn't do what I was supposed to do, but I had a look around anyway. That's the main thing. So I hope you can hear the audio there. Let me turn it up a little bit here. Open volume mixer. Oh, there we go. There we go. I've turned that up quite a bit. So let you know if you're around. Let me know if you can hear that. Morning 4BZ 2K. Hope you're okay, my friend. Nice to see you. So we're here at Bristol. Let me just put the brakes on. Right, I can never find the brakes in a Cessna. Oh, there they are. There we go. Let's put the brakes on, and let's get outside. And now I probably have to. There we go. Right. So here we are. Bristol Airport by Pilots Plus, Joe Charman and his guys. Looks okay, no problemo. Okay, and it blends in really well with Orbx, Great Britain South. There's Bristol over there. Is that Bristol or is that Bristol? That's Bristol. There's Bristol. Okay, looks okay, kind of. So we'll come back. And I mean, the trees, the scenery, everything looks superb. But I think the important thing here is to see how this Payware airport blends in with Orbx, Great Britain South. So now I know that there is orthophoto scenery with this airport, because I remember Joe telling me that he'd done it, but I'm not quite sure where it starts and finishes and where Orbx is, but it might be here. There's a line there. I don't know whether you can see that. Don't know whether you can see my mouse on screen, but there's a line there, isn't there? But that only appears to be across that one field. It doesn't go any further. So it might be. Hang on. As we have a look around, you can see like a blend there as well, just above the car park over there. So it's hard to tell where Joe's orthophoto scenery is and where Orbx starts, but for sure that those trees are definitely Orbx, all those trees there. So that is for sure. Okay. Coming back this way, there's some VRPs around here that I cannot remember. Bath, and there's that lake there as well, Chew Valley, and then over here, because I've driven down this road, right? So let's do some kind of real. Ow! Banged myself in the face there. Let's do some real geography here. So I've flown from Bristol Airport many times. You come up this road here to this roundabout, turn right, boom, you're in the terminal. And I've parked down there in the car park opposite the terminal. So this road, you drive down this road, yep, and you get to, I didn't know that quarry was there, I've never seen it, but you drive down the road, drive down the road, and you get to these kind of reservoirs here, yeah? These reservoirs. Now, I know they're there, I've seen them. But in the real world, what my wife and I do, because if you drive all the way down that road, see where that white truck is, that takes you all the way into Bristol, and you can go through Bristol and get on the M4 motorway. okay? But if you're clever, you turn right here. Sorry, turn left. If I was going home, you turn left there at that junction, and you go through down this road here, right, through this village, which is very, very pretty. You go through the village there and carry on down that road, down that road, down that road. Hang on. Down this way to this junction here, and you turn left. Hang on. You turn left and you go up there along this road here, along, and then you turn up here up this road and you go around this. This is a really steep road, by the way. It goes up here and around there and through, and we go through the woods here, all the way down here. Whew, I'm struggling now trying to remember. Down here, down this way, along this road here, and whoops, you get out down here to this church, turn right, and then left, and then right again, and you get on the M5, and there is the M5. Right, so you get on the M5, you go across there, up, and you go all the way up here, and then the road, you can take a turning off here somewhere, and it takes you up to the M4 and the Severn Bridge, and that is pretty damn good. So I've just driven from Bristol Airport the way that I drive all through the village and everything, and that way. And 4BZ says, where you thought you noticed the blend lines is correct. I thought so. Anyway, there we go. Right, so anyway, the point of this exercise, and let me get back in the aircraft and release the brake. The point of this exercise today is really just to talk about Orbx Great Britain South scenery, because I wanted to talk about it in a particular reason, because I've been watching the forums, and it's been really quite amusing. Well, not amusing, but it has been strange watching the forums, because people have got themselves into a bit of a state over the scenery, and I'm hoping I'm going to help you out, guys. I'm hoping, in so much as that I'm going to tell you. First of all, we'll talk about where people have been getting themselves in a bit of a pickle, and hopefully I will put you straight. Anyway, so the download for Orbx GB South is approximately 51 gigabytes, so you have to have space on your C drive, okay? Because if you haven't got space on your C drive, you will not be able to install it, because it installs into a temporary folder on your C drive, and unfortunately you cannot force it to go to another drive. Now apparently you can manually download the zip, put the zip on your computer somewhere, and then install it from there, but I have to say I couldn't do that. I tried and I couldn't do it. They gave me the option, but it just wouldn't work. And similarly, I tried to force it to another drive, so just to install the temporary folder on another one of my drives, and that didn't work because I didn't have enough room on my C drive. So I had to make room on my C drive, which I did, and then sort it out. Okay, so what happens is you download it, and I suggest you go and walk away, go to the shop, go and get some lunch or something, because the whole process is well over an hour, no matter what machine you've got, and no matter what download speeds you've got. My download speeds are 200 megabits per second. Well, it's actually about 210, 220. and which is fast download. It downloaded fast, but then what happens is that once it's downloaded, it converts all of the files into DDS, and so it's a self-conversion. You don't have to do anything. It then installs it into Xplane 11. Now, I noticed yesterday and even today, there's a couple of people have been writing on forums, and let me just turn this down a bit. They're writing on forums, and they're saying that everything looks flat, that nothing is working, and the reason for that, is how can I say it? Is your scenery ini folder is not written correctly, and that is the problem. If that's what you're seeing, if you've seen it all flat, I mean, at one point over Cardiff, I had the image of Cardiff Football Stadium and the Millennium Stadium, but I didn't have the football stadium. They're not all there. We've just flown over one in Bristol there, and it's just an image. There's no 3D model of it. They haven't done everywhere, but certainly in Cardiff Castle was missing, the Millennium Stadium, or the Principality Stadium as it's called, was missing, and a couple of other things. So you have to sort out your scenery ini file. So I'm going to show you that now. So I'm just pause the sim there, and I will show you my scenery ini file if I can. Xplane 11. Let's open this up, and custom scenery. So obviously when you install the software, it installs into your custom scenery folder. It goes in alphabetical order, so all the Orbx stuff will be around about here, I think. No, that's Barton. There we are. GB South True Earth Custom, GB South True Earth Overlay, GB South Orthos, and they're called A, B and C. See them there? A, B, C. Alright, so let's open up our scenery packs. Now you're going to have to ignore mine a little bit because it's all over the place. Up at the top here, I need to sort out a few of these entries here. We'll do that in a minute. No, not worry about that for the time being. But I have tried to put my scenery ini file in somewhat alphabetical order, apart from the Aerosoft ones. So because they all start with Aerosoft, so we'll just leave them as they are. That's fine. But then I try to put stuff in alphabetical order. So you've got Aviotech Software, Dubai International, ANO's FSX. I may get rid of that. But you can see, so we've got like Betix, even though it's a Canadian. Then we've got BR, CA. Then we've got some airports, CYCC, and then Drizrieki Designs, but they're all DD, even though the airports go from New York down to Washington. But then when we get into here, we've got some stuff in the right order. I don't know what that documents is there. We'll get rid of that. I'm pretty sure it's not required. But then we get into alphabetical order. So D, E, although Xplane landmarks is in a different place, and I'll explain why in a moment. So then you go EDs, Birmingham, EGLL, Pilot Plus, Bristol, Gatwick, and then we go Wolverhampton, Manchester, Guernsey. So I've got all the UK airports in approximately the right order. Then what I did, I got the True Earth custom overlay and orthos, yeah, and I put them below all the UK airports. So there they are. I'll highlight them for you. So they are below the UK airports. And what that ensures is that all my UK airports will be above everything else about True Earth. So therefore, my Cardiff airport is above all of the Orbx stuff and actually shows up correctly. My Bristol airport, which we've just taken off from, is above everything else for True Earth and shows correctly. Okay, it doesn't matter about all the rest of the stuff, Amsterdam, Shamrock, anything else. It really doesn't matter. You don't need them. So you'll see here where is it? I've lost it. EWX Volume 3 and EWX Volume 4. Those are the UK photo scenery packages from Flight 1 and RC Simulations. And 3 and 4 is for the north of England, and it's from around about Manchester up to Scotland, we'll say, and across. So I've left those 2 packages in because I've only got GB South. So I'm flying from Orbx's photo scenery into Flight 1 RC Simulations UK VFR photo scenery. So I've got photo scenery all the way up the UK, and I've got Scotland on an ortho for XP, ortho photo. Okay, but that is the order you need to put your stuff, and you need to put it A, B, C, but below your UK airports. All right, and then if we go back up here, because there was something I needed to tell you. So this Cardiff here, all right, Control C. Let's move that from there. That should be down here with my UK airports, and we'll put it there. All right, and even though I've moved it from the top of my scenery init file to there, it is still above my true Earth stuff, so will show up correctly. All right, so for everybody who has been struggling, your true Earth A, B, and C, what do you call them, files, should be below all of your UK airports. And it doesn't matter who your UK airports are made by. So I've got one here by TDG, Glasgow there is by Verzakali and another guy whose name's escaped me at the moment. Pilot Plus, Bristol and Gatwick, they're there. Aerosoft, London Heathrow is there. And UK 2000 Aberdeen Extreme and UK 2000 Stansted Extreme, they're there, and they are above the True Earth stuff. That's it. That's all you need to know, and that will sort you out. If that was a little bit complicated, I'm sorry. I do apologise, but rest assured, when you do it, this is what you end up with. Okay. It looks very nice too. I'm very happy with this. No complaints. I wonder what it looks like with real weather on her. Let's have a look, because the weather is pretty not good. So let's put real weather on. We should see it come in. And in fact, if anything, your FPS should go up. Believe it or not. Hang on. Match real world conditions. Overcast cumulus, yeah, there we go. So we just need to wait for it to be injected into the simulator. Beep. It is pretty overcast, but it's not being injected just yet. Taking its time, isn't it? Good morning, Mark. How are you? Good morning, David, Finney. Oh, good afternoon, even. Hang on, let's have a look. Yeah, it probably is. Ah, here we go. So let's have a look. So it is pretty overcast. So much so, I'm only at 1,000 feet, and we can't see very much at all. Although there is fog around, isn't there? So maybe that's what we were seeing there. Yeah, it looks like fog. Yeah, there we are. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. 700 feet. Very foggy indeed. Ooh. And you can see I'm not having any problem with frame rates, you know, even in the fog, which is pretty grim. Alright, well, that's all I really wanted to do on this very short live video. It's just to, you know, talk about the installation. Once it's installed, the temporary files on your C drive disappear, so you don't even have to bother about it, they just go, so you don't need to worry about that. What you do need to worry about is flying in fog. Oh dear, 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 what a grim day. Very grim. Oh well. Yeah, it is foggy all over the UK, Darren. Hope you're alright. Is it afternoon already? A fabulous Android watch will not come up with the time, because I've got a clock face on that I don't like. Alright. Yeah. Right, I'm going to get out of this because this is just... Oof. Just to trim a little bit. Wow. There we go, that's better. I can see now. Alright. Yep. True, Steve. Although, I mean, here in Cardiff, it's a lot brighter than that. It's not foggy, it's grey. The sun has been trying to break through. It'll burn off the fog a bit later, and everything will be cool. Alright. So there you go. Very nice. I will say one thing. You can fly low and slow in this, but it looks better from a couple of, at least 1,000 feet. It looks fantastic. And the countryside in my view, the countryside looks better than the towns and cities. Even though the towns and cities are accurate, it's when you see all the trees like that. It's just awesome. There we go. Well, short live video. Yeah, you do need that space. Yes, you're right. It does expand to quite a lot. Nice golf course down there. Newport. I wonder if we can find what's that place called? Weston, the helicopter museum. Ultra Weather XP is that provides the sun. You can change it in the settings. I just haven't bothered. Right. I've got to try and find Weston. It might be difficult. I know where it is when I take off from. No. You can't. FTX Central, I don't believe it is available for Macs. But a friend of mine who's got a dual boot system, so she's got Windows on a Mac. Apparently, you can download it into Windows and then transfer it to Mac. I don't know. I'll be honest, because I'm not a Mac user and I don't believe in all that Hackintosh stuff or Macintosh stuff. I'm not sure, Darren. No, I think I'm losing my way slightly for Weston-super-Mare. I'll tell you what I could do. I'll call up my map. Is that it? No, that's Bristol. So Weston is out that way, if I recall. So if I find... There's the M5 there. I'm not far off it. Not far off it at all. It's down there somewhere. But when you fly over it like this, it looks superb. No two ways about it. Just looks right. Absolutely amazing for VFR flight. Yes, Steve. I don't do auto photos, although what I have got, I'm not quite sure what you mean over your own ortho. Can you explain it? Because if you put this over your own ortho photos, then you won't see your own ortho photo. Now, if you mean ortho photos of payware airports, then the payware airports should be above the Orbx stuff in your scenery ini file, and then you'll see the ortho photo of that payware airport in situ, as we just did with Bristol. I don't know about that. Why would you want to do that? Because the ortho photos for the UK are not very good, so why would you want to do that? I don't know. My answer is I don't know. It's not something I would want to do. I can't see the reason for it, so no. As an option, seems like a bit of a waste of energy. Sorry, Steve. Higher quality? It may be higher quality, but it'll be inaccurate. This is the best I've seen, and it looks pretty good to me in terms of accuracy. So I'm not saying I don't do it, I'm just saying I wouldn't. And I am lost. I cannot find Weston. And unfortunately, my moving map doesn't show the airport. I used to know where it... Oh, well, there's Weston, the town, so it's over here somewhere. And it's on the left of the airport, so it's the left here somewhere. So we'll keep going. No problem, Steve, Mr. Forbes. I think... I'm not sure. Is that it? No. No, that's not it. But I'm in the right area. I know I am. Right. So what we do is we stop that and we bring up Google Earth or Google Maps. Maps. Western Helicopter Museum. Okay. And it's there off the A371. Ah, right. It's there. I know where it is, exactly where it is now. So put that over there. Can I rotate that? I can rotate that. Brilliant. So that's the M5 there. Right. That's right, here we go. We're good. I know where it is. I wasn't far off, that's for sure. We've got the M5 to the right there. This road just below us in the middle is the A370. So I need to follow the A370 to this roundabout, which is the St George's roundabout here. Yep. So I don't know whether you notice, you can see the trucks going underneath that roundabout, which is yeah, that's good. The roundabout's an overpass. Huh? That's very clever. Alright, so we're right, that white building there, just off the roundabout, we're on the A370. So and we're off the M5. We come to this next roundabout here. Yeah. And we're still following the A370. I'm going to descend. And I can see the helicopter museum dead ahead of me already. So we come off this roundabout and it's just there. And there it is. Just off this roundabout to the left and then right. Into the helicopter museum. I'm going to fly right over it. Come round it a couple of times. And there it is, right below us. And it's there. It is depicted, as they say. That is the world famous Western Helicopter Museum. Let me go around, there it is. I'll tell you what, I'll fly out a little bit over here and then come back. There it is. There, right there. That is the Western Helicopter Museum. It used to be the Western Aerodrome. There it is, right, you see it right in the window now. That building there. Well, I think that's a major success, as they say. Across the water will be Cardiff. Okay, well that's it guys. I've flown a lot longer than I anticipated. It was going to be a short flight. Alright guys, thank you for watching and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.
Dublin, November 180 Bravo Bravo with it.
November 180 Bravo Bravo, good afternoon to you. Report your altitude.
2,000 feet on 1014 Bravo Bravo.
Bravo Bravo, descending for 60, so climb not above, initially not above 4,000 feet on the QNH 1014.
4,000 feet, Bravo Bravo.
Correct. What's your requested routing?
Let's go and then direct.
Departure when ready, cleared right to let's go.
Let's go, Bravo Bravo. Dublin, November 180 Bravo Bravo with it.
November 180 Bravo Bravo, good afternoon to you. Report your altitude.
2,000 feet on 1014, Bravo, Bravo.
Bravo Bravo.